Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not political, it's spiritual. Every Sunday, a group of us get together and we jump up and down and we play on the web of creation. Listen to the hum of the web. Listen to the vibration. Feel it. And we get to change the vibration, the hum, by our thoughts, by our words, by our actions. So today, what I wanted to look at is the energy that we just went through and how do we process it. There was a lot of things going on last week. A lot of what I felt, things that were moving in a backwards direction for our evolution, for our, and I have the evolution card here, for our way forward. And I'm thinking there's a part of me that, and it's a big part that says, put your intentions on the web and let the web take care of the rest. So I wanted to look at that. I wanted to look at this week that we just went through and how do I process this? So here's what I got. I'll take my glasses away. Here's what I got. With the three cards that I threw, first card I got is Mount Shasta. And I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I just did a Saint Germain video with Diana Bowles. We'll get into a little bit more of that energy later on in another video. But when I go to Mount Shasta and I see this matrix that is dropping down on Mount Shasta, I sometimes feel that I'm not seeing all of this. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing too much of it. I'm getting too many downloads. But what I mean by that is my energy is so charged that I can't even process all the information that I'm getting while I'm there. And I have to back away from it to even process this. And sometimes it comes a lot later for me too. But when I look at this card, I also see so many different things in Mount Shasta that I didn't see before. And I go, okay, and there are more things that I'm not seeing with Mount Shasta. So when I first went there, it was a beautiful mountain. It was a beautiful volcano. I didn't know about the lava tubes that may be going all the way to Lemuria. I sensed there was a Lemurian presence. I heard about Saint Germain around in Mount Shasta. I just thought it was a beautiful place. And then it starts calling me and it says, hey, come on back. Come on back. And so as I've been back a few times, I become more and more aware of what's going on. And one of the big things in my awareness was letting go of the judgment. I got to tell you, there's a lot of weird people out there living in school buses. And I can certainly have judgment about that. Come on now, get a job. Quit being a slacker. What are you doing all those drugs for? I could, but I don't. It's their life. It's their awareness. And a job doesn't satisfy everybody's needs. There are medicine men and women. There are shamans, priests who, have a vow of when it's not not against money, but they don't work. They work, but they don't work for money. Although some of them do. And, well, we'll leave that topic of conversation for another day. The next card I got was Soul Star Chakra, merging with the divine. Okay. When I go to Shasta, a lot of times the energy that I get there is merging with the divine. The chakra that is a foot, 13 inches above my crown chakra, tapping into the divine, to spirit, to our star seed elemental energy. Okay. What are we looking at in this past week? We're looking at a lot of little specks of dots dropping on this beautiful place that we call Mount Shasta. I don't understand them all. I can't comprehend them all. I try not to have judgment on any of them, even if they're living in a school bus with long hair and piercings. But if I drop into merging with the divine, interesting that I said drop into, because you drop into the city of Telos, drop into the center of our planet. We did that this morning, Saturday, when I'm recording this, in our guided journey meditations. We dropped into the center of the earth. Some people say it's molten lava. I saw it as a pristine place in nature, like the Garden of Eden. So when we merge with the divine, when we drop down, when we merge up with the divine, we see things from a different point of view, possibly without judgment. And then we come from the star seed elemental. That's the card that I'm thinking of, the star seed elemental card. If we are all star seeds, and then I flip to this one right away, the evolution of the star seed elemental. And so when I look at this spread, I go, you need another deck of cards. I need my Galactic Heritage cards. Because the Galactic Heritage talks about the evolution of galactic species. And the evolution is all about the pathway of separating from the divine to going back to the divine, merging with the divine. And Mount Shasta has the same thing with Saint Germain in the Seven Sacred Flames, merging back with the divine. So this past week is an evolution of our starseed beginnings on how we have to merge back with the divine. Let's see what the Galactic Heritage cards have to say. It's going to go into a portal energy. So we're going to drop down into that. I'm going to pick these up. Okay. Let's see what we get. What is our starseed evolution according to the Galactic Heritage? Freedom. 10. Completion. Way showing. Natural humility. Graduation. Yay, we're graduating. To birth and expansion. Community. And lightness. Light of awareness. So the first thing that I look at with these, and this is a great deck just to get us out of the 3D and say we are moving towards going back to source energy. So as we fragmented to experience contrast, the goal, what we should be looking at, is getting back to oneness. And here we have 73, and this is the future time stream. How many futures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 futures. In the future on these decks, let me start with the past. The past is our childhood, and then we go to adulthood, and then maturity. So the future is the maturity. It's also the awakening era, okay? So the past, the childhood, is the wounded area, or the wound area. Let's try to heal a wound. The present is adulthood healing. So we're healing the wound. And then the future is we've healed it, we're awakening to all that is. And then we have parallel, which we do right here. And that can fit anywhere in here, wherever we want it to. We think of time as linear. However, we can mix it all over the place. So freedom. Freedom of what? The Vegas. Well, when they got their freedom, they're talking about freedom of judgment, freedom of self-limitations, martyrhood, to name a big one. Oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. So this kept the Vegas in this box, and they couldn't expansion. The second card that we get, another future card, another awakening card, is way showing. Okay, way showing with natural humility right below it. So way showing is not about teaching anybody anything. It's just walking the walk of freedom, of letting go of the limitations and the judgments. Natural humility, this is, again, letting go of the limitations. What if, since we all come from source energy, what if we actually stepped into that source energy and claimed that power as co-creators on the web of creation? What if we claim that power? Not in a egoic way, but just, this is my birthright. This is who I am. That's freedom. Freedom to be who you are. Ooh, Lordy. Yeah, well, you could be a Lordy. Yeah. And one of the things that I read recently is about the way showers who claim they are better than others, who are requesting a lot of money for certain services that they provide. How many Lamborghinis do you need? I do have a number. For those who have been with me for a while, that's a joke. But you know what I'm saying? Some of these preachers are so dogmatic in what they preach, and in order to listen to their dogma, you got to pay them a lot of money. That is not the natural humility that this card is asking us to look at. The next card we get as we drop into this portal energy is graduation. We're moving forward. We are there. Is this, again, future. We're awakening up to, we're moving past this. We are graduating from it. But we still have this birth an expansion energy of the past, this wounded era. It's like, ow, this really hurts. Cut it out, this really hurts. And we bring in judgment, and we bring in limitations. But we're graduating out of that. We're figuring out how to be way showers and step into that without judgment, having natural humility. And we're opening up to community. And that it's just not earth. It is an association of worlds. And later on in my other channel, I'm going to go more into the spirituality of Saint Germain, the 7 sacred flames, and the association of different hierarchies of support that we can utilize in our galactic awareness, in our stars, as we are starseed elementals. And then the last card we get, 105, the future. And this is light of awareness. And I just want to pull on this from the book. Our true state of being is as a unified, abiding awareness of community, of creator source energy. This awareness contains no judgment, labeling, commentary, or opinion. And we get this way through meditations, through journeying. We get this light of awareness. And for each awareness that we get that is a direct revelation in our meditations, it's without judgment. One of the things I love about journeying, the quiet meditation doesn't work for me because my brain keeps filling with chatter, but if I use the drum, it helps me get into that trance state a little more solidly, and I stay in there a long enough time. And when I'm there, there's no judgment as to what I'm thinking or not thinking, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. I don't have any judgment at all. It's a light of awareness. And when I see this card, what I think of when I think I'm reading this card is the lightness of being. Just walking on the planet lightly with no judgment. So how do we process this week that we went through and that we are moving towards? I think this is what we are moving towards. The freedom, our natural humility to give birth and expansion to a new community. And we're going to show the way just as we walk, just in our lightness of being, in our light of awareness. Walking the walk, talking the talk. And it's not my way is the way. It's not that. It's like, it almost feels like when you talk to somebody and someone's talking to you and you walk away from them, and about 10 minutes later you go, what did they just say? That made a lot of sense. Anyway, let's go back to the original. Mount Shasta. I don't know if that last sentence made a lot of sense. Soul star chakra, starseed elemental, and evolution. The awareness that you get in Mount Shasta, the light of awareness, in our meditations, what we see above our third eye, merging with the divine, that we are in this evolution in our star seed. In our star seed life, we are moving. All right. I hope I can see that. Okay, goofy? Yeah, okay. To me, it feels like observe, don't absorb. We're on a path that is our evolution. We're giving birth to this new awareness. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for joining me on this web of creation. Peace and love.